Let's get ready to riot!
Adam Taxon here with some more coverage of the feral mob violence in Missouri that you're not going to get from the so-called mainstream media. Once again, I am getting much of my information from the Gateway Pundit, the single best source for thinking Americans for all information related to the Barack Obama instigated riots in Ferguson. Definitely something you want to bookmark at thegatewaypundit.com. Now this, from a post this morning from the Gateway Pundit titled, "Awful. Black-owned Juanita's Fashion Art Boutique burns while rioters giggle." He includes there the picture from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, which, by the way, certainly doesn't offer anything but politically correct coverage, which most of you, I'm sure, are sick of. That's why you're here. But here's what he writes in his post. "Protesters take pictures in front of the burning Juanita's Fashion Art Boutique in St. Louis, Missouri early today." I think he may mean Ferguson, Missouri. Protesters set fire to buildings and cars and looted businesses in the area where Michael Brown was fatally shot after a grand jury declined to indict white police officer Darren Wilson in Brown's death. Gateway Pundit there credits the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. By the way, in an earlier commentary today that I posted on YouTube, I posted the tear-drenched face of a black cake store owner whose business was destroyed by the Michael Brown shirts, as I like to call them. I guess she was guilty of acting white or something. Pathetic. Well, on the bright side, apparently those in the mob don't discriminate against non-blacks. In the post, Jim Hoft, which is the name of the Gateway Pundit, he continues, "Last night Juanita's was burned to the ground. Rioters stood around and laughed. From a reader, heartbreaking. People laughing and celebrating the destruction of this woman's business. I'm sure she had her heart and soul in this place. This isn't a protest. I didn't hear any anger. This is plain and simple destructive ignorance. Do they even know or care it was black owned? Or is the goal just to destroy your community in some twisted way of thinking it will make things better?" And of course, we go here to the very enlightening comments section. A few highlights from there. Mike Turn writes, "So does the owner of this boutique get to round up her friends and burn the homes of the rioters? Seems that if the rioters are looking for justice, the burning of their homes by the boutique owner would be total justice." This from Pilgrim 1949. "Most animals have enough primal instinct not crap in their own dwellings. Others, not so much, it would seem." Another person who I guess is anonymous. A response to that one from someone whose name I don't have right here is, "Juanita, take your insurance cash and move your business to a neighborhood who will appreciate your business." With this response from Ken Peterson, "Business insurance does not cover civil unrest, at least mine does not. Basically, she is screwed." And David Adams has this response to the same post. "What makes you think the people that burnt the business were from Ferguson?" To which I say, wouldn't it be great if Juanita could sue George Soros or whoever is funding the instigators to be there? Because we know it's someone. It may well be the federal government with your tax dollars. I put nothing past Obama and Holder. Silver Cthulhu writes, "Soulless animals," and he adds, "You can hear their bestial gruntings and hootings rising up out of the most sulfurous pits of hell." Cargo Squid posts, "And this is why every single business should close up and move. Hopefully she was insured. Take that money and go to another locale." And I like this point that someone makes. Also, I wonder how many businesses protected by armed citizens were robbed, looted, or burned. And along those lines, this from RK, Florida. "Decent citizens shooting rioters is too much to hope for. The owner of this business and her friends should have defended it, just as the Koreans did during the Watts riots." I think, by the way, he means the Rodney King riots in the early 1990s. What are referred to as the Watts riots were in the 1960s. And Tempo writes, "How long before the homies start complaining that they can't find any place to shop in their neighborhood and that Whitey is racist for not putting any stores there like in Detroit?" From City of Champions, "These scumbags are worthless animals. They can enjoy the fruits of their labor when all of the remaining stores close and move out. Then you will hear these morons complain that they do not have any stores to shop in. You cannot fix stupid." And Don H. writes, "They knew it," referring to the fact that she was black. "Jealous anger, she wasn't a welfare queen like the rest of the hood." And final one I'm offering here, from Neil Hyde. "I feel bad for this poor woman. She put her heart and soul into a business to make a good living for herself and to provide a service for the community. This is how they repaid her. To those who pass off the violence by saying that it was just the destruction of property, I point to the fact that Juanita's life has been irrevocably altered for the worse." Anyhow, stay tuned here. And to do so, subscribe to the ATAXIN channel on YouTube, ATAXIN, where you are right now. Hit subscribe in the top right corner. For breaking developments related to the Ferguson lynch mob against Officer Darren Wilson. This has been Adam Taxon.